right, we are live. Testing. Hopefully that works. Cool, guys. Welcome to the Breath Fitness class. What a horrible place we have to do this, but I guess we'll have to make do, huh? Just kidding. Look at this place. Waterfalls. Wonderful people came today. Give them a wave if you could. Hey, seeing you online, seeing yourselves later maybe. Maybe you enjoy this, this replay later on. Today's gonna be super fun, guys, because I saw something today. Sadhguru, if you guys are familiar. You see that one? Man, he's uneducated guru is his moniker. And he talked about today a clip on his Instagram about how all the chemicals that we use to sort of get through our day. I don't know if we're all a little bit guilty of it. You know, a cup of coffee, a couple of beers, whatever gets you through the day. But we use a lot of external sources to become blissed out. And it seems to be more and more people do this. And if you can think of the percentage of the population that uses chemicals to control their mood, it's pretty high. And what he says is it's sort of growing. And then we are producing children that will continue that trend, and it'll continue to grow. So eventually, I mean, everybody's going to need it because that's sort of the way that we're going. But we don't have to use that. So those chemicals are inside already. You guys know it. There's outside catalysts that create that feeling that you have, but that stuff already exists inside. So today's technique is getting blissed out. We are getting blissed out today, and we're going to use a little bit of exercise. We're going to use a little bit of tapping, and we're definitely going to use some breath work to make ourselves feel how we want to feel and control our energy levels, our immune system, and mood. And so just to give you guys a little structure, the Breath Fitness class every week on Fridays at 9 a.m. we come here and we use breath work to control those chemicals. And all that stuff is able to get us in whatever mood we want. We use the external chemicals, right, to calm down or to get energy or to sleep or to be happy. And you guys will see today how a little bit of fast breathing, a little bit of breath holds, a little bit of meditation at the very end. I'm going to make sure I leave time for meditation at the end, and where you can just listen to the waterfalls and feel good. And you guys will leave more energetic and just ready to tackle the day blissfully. Everybody says work hard. You know, how about work blissfully? How about work in a happy mood? And your work's going to be a little bit more efficient, in my opinion. So guys, let's just get to it. The structure of the class, we do a little bit of exercise. We go over a new technique, and then we spar, but not with each other. We spar internally with our nervous system, and we engage in that way, and that's what gets us control or in touch with these chemicals that we want. So great. Let's just start by a little bit of adjustments. So if you guys don't mind, you can lay back on your mat, and we're going to do a quick back adjustment here. And you guys can follow along at home. So if you just want to dangle your knees out at 90 degrees and slowly bring them to the right side. And exhale and relax as they go to that side, and see if you can get a little back adjustment. Back to the center, and slowly bring them to the opposite side. Exhale and relax. Back to the center. Flex your knees while they're at 90 degrees and slowly start to straighten them. When they get straight, flex them again when they're straight. Maybe you feel some adjustments and slowly bring them back in. Once they're in, flex one more time just to see if you get any more, and you can sit up. All right. And then wake up your ankles, your knees, your hips, Your toes, don't forget about your toes. And we're gonna do a little breath hold assessment right now. We'll go over some terms that you guys can remember while we're doing the different breathwork sessions. But the assessment, we're gonna be holding our breath at neutral. So guys, if you just follow along, take a big breath in with me all the way in, and then you let go. And if you let go and you don't push any air out, you get to neutral. So you should still have about 40% left if you're sitting up. Does that make sense? So that's neutral. I'm going to talk about that a lot because we'll often be breathing above neutral and sometimes we'll breathe below neutral. But in this case, we're going to take one more big breath in, we're going to let go, and we're going to pause with our breath as a breath hold assessment. So here we go, big breath in all the way in, and then let go. And pause with your breath. On average, people can hold their breath for about 30 seconds from a light to medium urge to breathe. I never want you to pass a medium urge to breathe. This is just to see where your starting point is. You're at 15 seconds now. Keep holding best you can and let go at a medium urge. Now you're at 25 seconds. If you already had to breathe, that's totally okay. Then I'll tell you why. Now you're at 35 seconds. We'll go to 50 seconds. Now you're at 40. Three, 2, 1. You're at 50 seconds. If you made it all the way there. Who made it all the way to 50? Anybody? Whoa, respect. Medium Mike. Who was disappointed in their breath hold just now? Yes. Okay, so I tricked you guys. I'm sorry. But your breath hold has a lot to do with your heart rate. So doing a little bit of breath work, doing a little bit of exercise, you want to warm up, you want to move around. But what we also did is rose our heart rate. So you can lower your heart rate too. And if your heart rate is lower, if your heart rate's at your resting heart rate, then you're going to be able to hold your breath for much longer and it's going to be much easier. And we're going to do some of that when we do our breath work. But so one of the techniques then to lower your heart rate, when you breathe in, your heart rate goes up. When you breathe out, it goes down. So if the wheels are churning, it stands to reason that if you breathe out for more, then your heart rate's going to go down. So this is it, guys. Quick, short breath in, out through the teeth, pursed lips, curled tongue. Let yourself deflate effortlessly. You make that hissing noise and you just capture the air. Let's do 2 more. So quick, short breath in, fully in, out through the teeth. Last one, we're going to do 1 more. Quick, short in, out through the teeth. Without your hand on your chest, see if you can feel your heart beat. Perfect, guys. So actually, 3 of those breaths, did anybody feel their heartbeat on that last one by any chance? Yeah, a little bit? Awesome. So 3 of those breaths will, if you're already relaxed, will bring you to your resting heart rate. If you do 3 more of those, you can actually get below your resting heart rate, which is pretty cool. So if your nighttime resting heart rate is 55 or 60, you can drop down sometimes even into the 40s, which is really neat. So to have that control, to understand that control, that's going to be useful for you guys later on. So we're going to do a series of different breath work styles to start slow, sort of engage the nervous system significantly and raise our excitement, our energy and our body up, and then we're going to bring it back down. And when you bring it back down, that is one of the tools, that is the heart rate lowering breath that's going to be useful for you for this exercise. But not only that, if you're outside and you're overheating, you're in the sun, your heart rate's going up. That's why when you're in sunshine and when you're in the heat, your heart rate raises. So if you need to get control and cool yourself down, or at least not feel like you're overheating, that's a great tool to use. So that's one of them. So guys, I'm a big fan of interoception and being sensitive to what's going on inside. And what we're gonna do, because the world is vibrating around us. And we are either subjected to that vibration and sort of have to vibrate along with the world, or we create our own vibration inside. And then the world has to kind of vibrate with us if we're gonna get a little bit woo-woo right there. But you guys, Dina knows, you guys are gonna feel the vibrations today. So let's do it. We're gonna do a few exercises. You can use breath work to keep your heart rate lower for these exercises. So first we'll do a squat, one squat, real easy, nice and slow body weight squat. Then we will do one push-up, and then we'll do a bit of a crunch. But it's gonna be super simple stuff, and you can do it to your own capacity. So don't feel like you have to, ooh, something smells good out there, right? What are they doing? In the breathwork class, they do that to us, huh? We're all gonna have to go for breakfast after this. All right, cool, so we're gonna just do a little bit of a squat. It's wider than your shoulder width apart. And now you take a few big breaths on your way down, and you can even pause with your breath, and we'll do something. So here we go. Big breath in, let go, and start to slowly go down. In, start to slowly go down best you can. Find that point where you start to tremble or tremor. Man, that's a potent moment where you're engaging the soft tissue around your joints. You're reducing a little bit of the pain if possible. Now a couple of forceful exhales as we slowly go back up. That's it. We'll go shorter than, let's do 30 seconds exercises today, because I have a lot to do with you guys. Let's do one more. This is great. This is, call these the blind Miyagis. You ever seen Mr. Miyagi and Karate Kid out on that, out on the totem pole in the middle of the ocean? Get all your weight on your front foot, front leg slightly bent, back foot 6 inches off the ground, and then close your eyes. And now you are engaging your toes, your knees, your hips. It should be very difficult, guys. This is insanely difficult. And if you're looking at me, you're cheating. And if you want to put your foot in front, you can do that too. So your foot is up 6 inches. And what we're doing is engaging the knees, the ankles, the toes, the hips, and our cone of balance. We're increasing our cone of balance, which is awesome. You guys are the worst at this, I can tell. No, I'm just kidding. It should be so difficult. All right, in 3, 2, 1, you're good. We're gonna do the other foot. Here we go. I call this the simplest, most difficult exercise there is, right? All your weight on your other foot, knee slightly bent, back foot 6 inches off the ground, and then close your eyes. And just enjoy that trembling of your knee. If you need to touch a wall or tap your other foot, fine. If you need to just hop around a tiny bit, fine. We're getting all that blood flow moving. We won't even do a full minute. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Now be sensitive. Do you feel how your legs warmed up a little bit? Very simple exercises. Now this is my favorite exercise for that vibration. Quickest way to get your body kind of vibrating, which I would say is like pushing out the interference that's coming in. So it's tapping. It's tapping. We're just gonna tap our body twice all over. And I want you to, just for a moment, close your eyes, stand here, kind of get a sense, be sensitive to how your body feels right now. You know, you can feel the sensitivity in your toes for sure, because you're standing, in your hands probably. But then that might be about it. In your arms a little bit, in your neck, because you're keeping it up. Okay, perfect. Now start on one leg, and here we go. Get to your other leg. Don't forget your butt. Don't forget anything. Don't forget your lower back. Don't forget your belly. Don't forget your chest. Get your arms Don't be gentle. You can handle it. We're gonna do everything twice. Your shoulders, the back of your neck, your head, your cheeks, your chin. Start again, whatever the leg is. Get back there, wake it up. Don't forget your arms. Don't forget your head. All right, now, just stand there. Stand there quietly, close your eyes. Feel that. So now we're vibrating. Now the energy's moving. Feels good, doesn't it? That was less than a minute. 45 seconds. People often ask me, when do you stretch? What's your routine? What do you do? Guys, anytime you've been sitting around for a while, stretch. Just like a dog or a cat, you've been lying there, that's when you stretch. Before you get, right when you get up. Wake yourself up. All right, we're gonna do a 1 minute or so, 30 seconds or so, push-up, if we could. You can do it on your knees. You can do a plank, whatever feels best to you guys. So let's get into our planking position. And big breaths now as you slowly go down. And know that tremoring, that trembling, that is the good stuff, guys. That's the body's mechanism to jar loose soft tissue around your ligaments and your joint, your tendons. A few forceful exhales as we slowly go back up. And we're back. Oh man, that was 30 seconds. So check this out, just as a little example, a little proof how quickly we can improve our flexibility. I want you to try this exercise for me, guys. So touch your toes, straight legs, touch your toes, or just touch your legs to wherever you can get to. See where you can get to. Make a little mental note. Okay, that's where I'm at. Perfect. Now we're gonna do this stretch. So you just get one foot, if you could, into your palm, and you push against it so that the top of your leg is hard and the bottom is soft. That's it. Top's hard, bottom's soft. And we're flexing into it for approximately 30 seconds. What else is good when the top is hard and the bottom's soft? Does anybody have any, a creme brulee? That's my favorite example. A soft creme brulee on top, oh, you'd be so upset, wouldn't you? If you have any other examples, I'd love to hear it. But you're flexing enough so it's slightly uncomfortable, but the top's hard, the bottom's soft. Now let's switch. So just flex into that leg. If you want to get all the way on one shoulder, you can. But this is a great stretch regardless. And you're pushing into your palm, and you're just getting the top of your leg hard. We have about 10 more seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. Guys, now test out your toe touch. See where you're at. Whoa, what? You got a lot extra, some of us. So that's it, 30 seconds. Did you get any extra on that one? A little bit, yeah. Well, that's it. It takes you 30 seconds of engagement to change your flexibility, essentially. And there's even been studies that said that 30 seconds of 40% effort stretches were as good as 1 minute stretches at 40% effort, and even better than 80% effort. So it's really about engagement. Just turn everything on. That's kind of what we did with the slapping, right? You're just, you want it to be more difficult if you had a long routine, but it doesn't have to be. So now we're gonna do one crunch. But this is interesting, so let's throw in one more breath pattern. The breath pattern is breathing below neutral. So if you guys could, take a big breath in all the way in, and then let go. Now you're at neutral. Now only push air out for me if you could. So repeatedly. and stuff. Feel around your belly button and feel yourself flex with each exhale. And if you're not feeling it, then close your mouth a little bit, close the aperture, and push through your teeth. And start walking your fingers to the sides, below, wherever you feel the flexing, and see how far it goes. And notice how it goes all the way down to the bottom in some cases. So a forceful exhale is the most potent tool for engaging with some significant pressure. So if you're pushing something, pulling something, if you need your core to be strong, you're lifting something. If you're punching somebody, you guys have heard it, kung fu, tennis, those noises they make, they're closing the aperture, they're creating this internal pressure, and they're pushing against it with the breath. And so that's why those forceful exhales are so potent, and we're gonna use them for a little crunch right now. So we're just gonna get into some sort of crunching position, your shoulders off the mat, your legs off the mat. And we will do this one for 1 minute because this is quite potent. And now let's use that forceful exhale. So if you had a song in your head from your drive in today, add a little pattern to it. And you can feel your stomach right now. And if you're not trembling, then lift your shoulders a little higher off the mat, lift your legs up a little bit. You're halfway done, guys. Let's start doing, pretend you're riding a tiny bicycle. You're a bear in the circus riding a tiny bicycle. No, your bike's too big, guys. A tiny one, a little tiny one. There you go. It's harder. There you go. Now, if your legs are a clock, put them out at 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30, 11:45, 11:50, 12 o'clock. Boom, that's it. One crunch. And hopefully you felt that. One crunch is pretty potent because we just engaged everything. What'd you think? Good? It works, right? That's a stomach exercise. One crunch. That's all you need. People are going to be asking at the beach this summer, well, how did you look like that? One crunch. So, what other exercises do we want to do? Guys, you don't need to do much else. There is one we could do, a lunge. Let's just do this because it's so good for you. What I really like this for is balance and prevention. So it's a lunge, but it's a real nice, like, casual lunge. So if you wouldn't mind, you could get to one knee, your back foot is flat, and you just get here. Just get here so you can stay in this position. And what it is you want to just flex this large tendon, the one with your knee down. So instead of being square like this, I would put the other foot out and then kind of lean into that other foot, and you'll feel that large tendon flex. Once that large tendon's flexed, we're just going to hold it for 30 seconds on each. This is... What's that? The Captain Morgan's squat, it is. Or not squat, what is it, just the lunge, the post up? The Captain Morgan's. This is now called the Captain Morgan. Now everybody get out there, run. That is my kind of exercise class. All right, 5 more seconds. Now why this is so potent is, let's switch. I used to get a lot of groin pulls from soccer and from jiu-jitsu. Do you jiu-jitsu too? Oh, nice. And this prevents it. 30 seconds of just flexing that large tendon, and it prevents that pull, probably because we engaged it. Super simple. Just a few more moments. And then I also skateboard with electric skateboard with 2 dogs that I'm pulling. It's kind of like kiteboarding. It's very difficult, but sometimes they pull me off the board. Done. And I haven't hurt myself yet, thank goodness. But I've taken some tumbles, and done the splits, but really because of that exercise on a daily basis, it has prevented it. Okay, it's breathwork time, guys. What we're gonna do 3 things. What are we at? 225 or 925, right? Is it? Nice. We're gonna do three things. First, we're gonna do a bit of humming. The humming's very cool, engages the vagus nerve. We're gonna hum for a couple of minutes. Clears up your sinuses a little bit. You get this nitric oxide boost, vascular dilation, awesome stuff. Then we're gonna sit up and do a bit of breath work sitting up. Then we're gonna lie down and do a little bit more breath work lying down. So each one of these phases does something a little bit different. And then we're just gonna lie there, blissed out, staring at the reflection of the water on the ceiling and realize that we need nothing else to be happy but everything that we have already. So that's how the class goes. I hope you guys feel that. And now this is gonna be so simple. That main phase of neutral, again, I probably reference that the most because when we do this humming, I want you to go all the way in and then hum your way out and then hum about half below neutral. So go below neutral a little bit and then you just come back in, you do it again, and everybody has a different lung capacity, so everybody has a different pace. So we're all gonna do it at a little bit different pace. And then I would like to go right into breath work. So let me tell you a couple of things about the breath work. We're gonna be breathing above neutral when we do the breath work. So just these big breaths in, I'll demonstrate. You'll notice they roll in from my belly to my chest. So I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm not just in the belly, they're rolling all the way up. And then we're gonna be pausing with our breath at neutral a few times. So that's gonna be the sitting up breath work. And just like we did that 30 seconds to get our muscles engaged, let's do 30 seconds to get our diaphragm engaged. We have countless diaphragmatic structures in our body. So not only are we using our diaphragm to pull air in, we are using a bunch of diaphragm structures that help move the lymph fluid and do all this great stuff. And breath work is sort of the catalyst and the engine for it all. So quick exercise we can do. You can do this anytime you do breath work. Take your 4 fingers, find your ribs, and find about 2 inches or so below your ribs. Hunch your spine over, and we're gonna breathe 3 breaths into our belly. Into the belly, and let go. Let your fingers fold in as you hunch over. Into the belly, number 2, then let go. Last one in the belly, then let go. Now we're gonna do belly, pause, and then into our chest. So here we go, into the belly, pause into the chest, then let go. 2 more in the belly, into the chest, then let go. And this is 1 continuous breath into the belly, into the chest, then let go. Now, not only should you be breathing into your belly, you should also be breathing into the sides. So you can make some C shapes and find your ribs again, go below them, find some soft spots under your ribs. And we're gonna breathe 3 into the side, then let go. Into the side, number 2, then let go. Last one, let go. Now, not only should we be breathing into the sides, but you should be breathing into your back. This is the most difficult one. And actually hunch your spine over a little bit with those same C clamps and just flex so that your thumbs feel it. Can you just flex and feel that, the back? So that's what you want to do when you take the breath in. So when you take the breath in, you want to use that same flex. Okay, so let's do 3. Into the back and let go. Number 2. Last one. Now, you should be pretty warmed up and feeling good. So now, just sit here for a moment and take a breath in. And see if you don't feel like the air moves a little bit easier. We use that 30 seconds of engagement. And now, we're gonna do some humming, guys. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? We'll talk a little bit throughout this, but we kind of want to keep this continuous. We have about 30 minutes now, and this is essentially the beginning of the breathwork session. So here we go, guys. You can follow me. Big breath in all the way in. Out with a hum through your nose. You're gonna find neutral And you're even going to push below neutral till your hum starts to change tone. And if you like to, and keep going guys, don't stop while I'm talking, but if you'd like to, you can cup your hands and put them around your ears and really make that vibration super loud for one breath. So you go all the way in. Your spine is loose, your hips turn over, so you kind of curl and uncurl with each big breath. And let's keep going for about a minute or two here. Guys, be peaceful, make it feel good. You don't have to keep your hands on your ears if you don't want to. That's just to get it going. Let's keep going, guys, for one more minute. Nice and peaceful. But you don't have to put your hands on your ears unless you like to. If you ever get an air hunger, just restart. Find a nice pace. Thirty more seconds, guys. In 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. 2 minutes is quite short, honestly. This is a class, so we're going to kind of, I'd love to kind of teach you some stuff. But man, find yourself a spot in your backyard and see when it starts to feel good. And just as a fun little demonstration today, guys, I want you to try something. Put your fists up like this. Put your right finger out and your left thumb up, and then switch. Switch, 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 faster, faster, faster. Perfect. Done. That was awful, right? Did you notice how awkward that is? What is that? Awkwardness is the creation of new synapses. When you are feeling awkward, it's because your mind is trying to create these new synapses. So whenever you feel awkward, like today, for instance, if we're doing stuff that's outside your comfort zone, know that, Dina, you still don't got it. Like, did you get it? If you practice it, like in front of people, I don't have it. If I'm in the car, I got it. But it's very cool. So feeling awkward is learning, essentially. So just know when we're doing this breath work today, even though maybe you start to disassociate, because what we're doing is changing brain waves so significantly that you get a bunch of activity near the brainstem and the prefrontal cortex starts to diminish, and it's going to be hard to pay attention. It's going to be hard to follow along. But just know you're doing something super great. You're not really doing it wrong. Just the fact that you're doing it is going to give you some incredible benefits, and you're learning, and you are firing off new synapses and creating new synapses and creating more brain activity, which is super cool. So we are going to be breathing different amounts and times. And when you start to breathe heavy and fast, what happens? You start to get a little lightheaded, a little dizzy. What is the dizziness? Guys, it's a layer of consciousness between conscious and unconscious. And it's very navigatable, and it's totally fine, and everybody's going to get it. What I would suggest too, guys, is that you might want something to lean up against. If you guys feel like leaning up against the wall, you might want to move your stuff away and lean up against the wall. You don't have to. If you feel comfortable sitting up for long periods, you can stay here. But when you're doing your breath holds and you're trying to hold your breath for longer and longer, having something to kind of lean up against can be nice. But again, comfort is king. You don't have to do that. Okay, so I'm going to dictate the pace for you guys. I'm going to suggest that you start to speed it up at certain points. We all have a different lung capacity, so our big breaths are all a little bit different. These are Wim Hof style breaths. You take those big breaths in, and then you just let go effortlessly, but you are using the aperture of your mouth to slow it down a little bit. If you are really efficient at nose breathing, that's going to work well for you, but mouth breathing is going to accentuate these sensations. So once you get to a place where you're like, you know what, these sensations are about as much as I want, you're going to start to feel tingling in your hands and feet for sure. You might even start to feel cramping. And that's all part of the game. It's all super safe. It's all going to go away the moment you start to slow your breath down and start to breathe more with your nose and your belly. But breathing with your mouth and your chest, and when I say chest, I mean let it rush into your belly first. Don't just do a shallow chest breath. Be careful too. Stuff can push off the edge of the fence, so just kind of be cognizant you don't accidentally get your phone off the fence or something. Yours is pretty close, Mike. I'd be nervous if I was there. Cool. So does that make sense, guys? And I'll guide you through it. You don't have to worry about remember anything I just said. So just know that you're in control. If what you're feeling is more than you like, then just start to slow it down on your own, regardless of my instruction. Make sense? But the engagement of this stuff is to intentionally toying with a fight or flight state, and we are getting the good stuff out of a fight or flight state, but we're doing it in a controlled way. So we are getting this dose of adrenaline without perhaps the same dose of cortisol. Make sense? And that means you're going to change your immune response, which is awesome. So here we go, guys. This first 30 seconds is going to be super easy, and we're going to do a similar pace. Here we go. Big breath in, all the way in, and let go. Number 2. Number 3. But now you're on your own. But find that pace. And I wouldn't lean up against the wall while you're breathing. The wall is for when you're holding your breath. We got 10 more seconds. Nice big breath in. Few more. Perfect. Sync back up with me in 2. 1. Last. Big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that neutral zone or slightly above. Lock it in and hold your breath. You can keep your eyes closed, nice and quiet. That's just to get your breathing system engaged. And then after this, we're going to breathe for 1 minute. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. Pause with a full breath for just a moment. Sit with it. Feel that chemical shift potentially happen. First, let go of the pressure, and then let go of the breath. Good work, guys. Feel good? That was 1 round. Everything make sense? Good. On to the next one. Here we go. 3 breaths together. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Now you're on your own. And if you'd like, guys, we can make each breath a little faster than the last for the next 15 seconds, guys. So let's start to pick it up. Last few quick ones, guys. Perfect job. You made it over the hill of difficulty. Now, short breaths in, long breath out through the teeth as we get our heart rate down. Short breath in, long breath out. and relax your body. Sync back up with me in 2 breaths. Here we go. 2, 1. Last. Big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that neutral zone or slightly above. Lock it in and hold your breath. And feel that electricity in your arms, in your face maybe. During those moments of fast breathing, if you got some goosebumps happen, if your spidey sense was tingling, that's all part of the game. We are, again, intentionally releasing adrenaline. If your adrenaline is high, your immune system response has changed. Your body can fight stuff off and you don't even know it's happening. You're almost to the end, guys. You could slowly count in your head, gives your monkey mind something to do. 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end, push the rest out. All the way back into the top. 1 extra sip. Lock it in. Keep the pressure in your chest. Let the pressure sink deeper towards your heart. This is interthoracic pressure that actually pushes out and allows your heart to beat easier for just a moment. If you feel any sensations kind of rushing to your head, perfect. You're doing it perfect. In 3, 2, 1. First let go of the pressure and then let go of the breath. That's round number 2. You guys feel that? You held your breath for about a minute that time. It happens fast, doesn't it? Here we go. On to the next one. Start slow. 3 together. 3, 2, 1. Now you're on your own. So you're starting slow. And what I would suggest is you slowly increase the pace and try to give yourself some of those goosebumps. Consider this moment a serious moment. Now, for 30 seconds, guys, you're allowed to get outside your comfort zone and push past some of that resistance. Your body's telling you that's too much or whatever it is, that's fine. We are engaging with the nervous system in a significant way. Perfect job, guys. Let's bring the pace down and get our heart rate down. Short breath in, long breath out through the teeth. Deflate. Sink into the wall that you got near you if you do. Sink into the ground if you're just sitting up. Use a medium amount of core tension to keep yourself upright. Loosen up and sync back up with me in 3 breaths. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Last. Big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that neutral zone. Or you've been having a trouble holding your breath, find just above neutral. Keep a little extra in there. Lock it in and hold your breath. And sit with it. And feel new data. You got new data running through your body. We have diminished the activity in the frontal cortex. We got more activity near the brainstem. That activity can take in interoceptive data. What's going on inside? The vibrations start to happen. You're almost to the end, guys. If you just slowly count in your head, keeps the urge to breathe light to medium. Judgment-free, just enjoy that new data. The tingling, the electricity. We are controlled and made with electricity, guys. In 3, 2, 1. You made it to the end. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. 2 extra sips. Lock it in. Pressure's in your chest. Let it sink deeper towards your spine. Sit with it. We hold this for about 15 seconds. If you even put a little, you can add a little extra pressure to it, a tiny flex will sort of push even more blood and cerebral spinal fluid upstairs. In 3, 2, 1, let go of the pressure, let go of the breath. Do you guys feel that internal euphoria that exists? It's there, right? Do you feel the brain scans say cannabinoids and opioids? All right. Guys, you held your breath for about 1.5 minutes that time. Is that shocking that it happens that fast? All right, guys, let's do some lying down breath work if you want. I say lying down because we're going to do 10 minutes of continuous breathing. So you don't have to lie down if you feel comfortable sitting up, but oftentimes the sensations will also happen quicker if you lie down because you're just using less energy. So when we are going slow, what I suggest is you have your legs out straight or whatever's comfortable to you. And then when we speed up, then you bring your heels in and you even tuck your heels in close to your butt and you'll notice your lower back flattens and it feels good. I'll give you a cue to do it. But again, comfort is king. So you're not doing it wrong if you don't do that. Just some suggestion. Guys, let's just, every minute, we're going to do something a little bit different. Okay? To give our monkey mind something to do. And this is going to go by in a breeze. So here we go. Just put a hand on your belly. Let's breathe into our belly. Just into the belly. Get the airflow moving. Make it feel good. Into the belly, letting go. Really engage the breathing process down low. Mike, I'm going to use your phone to track time, if you don't mind. Perfect. Get that airflow moving. Perfect, guys. Now we're going to do a 2-stage breath. Into the belly and then into the chest. So into the belly, into the chest, then let go. Belly, chest, then let go. Belly, chest, then let go. If you want to slowly put your legs up now, you can. Again, guys, totally up to you though. Belly, chest, then let go. Never let your throat dry out. Pause and swallow whenever you need to. Okay, guys? Switch to your nose whenever you need to. Belly, chest, then let go. Belly, chest, then let go. Now, guys, put it together. That just means get the airflow moving as you directed it. Big breath in and let go. If your knees get tired when they're up, if you tuck your heels in a little closer to your butt, then it takes a little bit less effort. But whatever feels good, guys. You're taking big breaths in, the biggest breath you can take with tension in your neck and shoulders, and then you let go. Again, if you're really good with nose breathing and you prefer it, you can use nose breathing for this, but you'll accentuate the sensations using mouth breathing. Now, guys, we're going to do a new one. A full breath in, let go with an audible sigh, and then you push the rest out. It sounds like this. Fully in, let it go, and then push it out of your belly. Big full breath in, let go, push it out. Keep going, guys. Last few. Last one. All right, guys, now put it together again. Hopefully you felt how that tension in your heels allowed you to empty your belly a little bit more, but stay with the neutral zone. So fully in, let go. Guys, you gotta get out of your comfort zone a little bit today to get the maximum sensations and the benefits. Guys, now for about 1 minute, we are going to step outside our comfort zone as it's been set so far. So here we go. I encourage you to make each breath a little faster than the last, and then we're going to take an assessment. So here we go. I want you to consider this a serious moment. Intentionally release adrenaline. It is under your control. Feel that lightheadedness, the goosebumps, the disassociation. That is a potent and positive disassociation, guys. Let the air roll in from your belly to your chest. Now, for 20 seconds left, you have the opportunity to push yourself. Let's go, guys. About 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Perfect job, guys. Let's bring the pace down, but keep the airflow moving. Nice big full breaths in. Letting go effortlessly. Use the aperture of your mouth to slow the breath down on the exhale. You're over halfway done, guys. After this one, we are going to pant. We're going to go essentially as fast as we can go in 3 15-second sprints. Okay, guys? This will be the most intense that we're going to go all day. So allow yourself this moment to, again, grow and build and to feel awkward and to learn and to push yourself. So here we go, guys. You can follow me. We're going to start slow, and then we're going all the way in and all the way out in this case. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pause and swallow. We're just going to do it 2 more times. Here we go, guys. Start slow. Here we go. Pause and swallow. Last one, guys. Awesome work. Way to go. Feel that fire happening in your nervous system. Last one. Start slow. Three, 2, 1. Pause and swallow. Awesome work, guys. 2 minutes left. I hope you feel that excitement. Keep the airflow moving for this last minute. Here we go. Nice big breaths in. Make sure it rolls in from your belly to your chest, and we could even say to your head, using those diaphragm structures. You can bring oxygen, you can manipulate oxygen to your head. 30 seconds left of big breaths, guys, and then we're going to get our heart rate down and do 1 more breath hold. You made it over the hill of difficulty. I applaud you. I hope you feel good. I hope you feel that excitement. 10 seconds left of this breath. Now, again, guys, keep the airflow moving, but we're going to do short breaths in and long breaths out. And slowly start to put your legs down now if you could. Deflating effortlessly. You can put your hands to your side, on your chest, on your belly. Guys, whatever feels good to you, find the place where you can lie comfortably for the most amount of time. And relax your body, starting with your feet. Relax your feet. Keep the airflow moving, guys. Relax your legs. Relax your hips. Relax your chest. Relax your arms. Loosen up and sync back up with me in 3 breaths. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Find your last big deep breath all the way in. Let it go slow. Find that neutral zone or slightly above, guys. Lock it in and hold your breath. Relax your neck. Relax your forehead. Relax your face. Adrenaline. The precursor is dopamine, acetylcholine. All these incredible neurotransmitters get released. And now we get to feel the fruits of our efforts. Guys, sink into the ground below you and even leave your body and go into your mind's eye. Pure consciousness is in your mind's eye. Whatever you see, the light and dark, the shapes, just take in new data. Keep holding best you can. From that little hormetic stress comes the wonderful euphoria that we can create. The bliss. We're almost to the end, guys. If you want to hold a little bit longer, you can. But otherwise, and if this is your first class, in 3, 2, 1, let go of the breath. Push the rest out. All the way back into the top. 3 extra sips. Lock it in, sit with it. We're going to hold on to this for 15 seconds or so. You could even put a tiny flex around that pressure in your chest. Intentionally releasing cerebral spinal fluid and blood to your head. And in 3, 2, 1, let go of the pressure, let go of the breath. Awesome work, guys. Let's just stay here. Let's take 1 minute of, let's take 90 seconds of silence. If you're watching at home, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you feel great. Have a wonderful day, guys. Join us again. Let me know if you had fun today.